What's up everyone, Nukin here, and I'm back with another Galaxy Heroes video. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. It's really early in the morning and I'm super tired and I haven't had much time to play with this character, but I wanted to get this video out for everyone. So excuse me for being kind of sleepy in this video. Anyways, so we're going to cover a bunch of stuff with the Sith Marauder here, and I'll give my initial impressions on him in Arena and Raids. We're going to cover what changes they made to his kit from the initial reveal. He got buffed 2 times. I'll cover how to mod him. I'll take a look at him in Arena, and we'll take a look at him in the Raids. You're seeing some footage right now with him in the Raids. And then I'll kind of give my initial impressions on how I think he is. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and let me know in the comments below what you're going to do with the Sith Marauder. Alright, let's get started. So before we go in depth into the Sith Marauder, I do want to highlight that there were 2 changes to his kit since the initial reveal that I did. The first one is on his special. So originally it was a cooldown of 4 and they reduced it to a cooldown of 3, so that is very good. A cooldown of 4 was way too long, and hopefully this lower cooldown will make him a better character. So that was one change to his one and only special. He also had a change to his unique. And here's the unique. So the portions that have 10% were initially 5%. So he was initially getting 5% defense, health steal, and tenacity. And so now it is doubled to 10% for each buff on all characters. So another nice change to Sith Marauder. So there were a total of 2 kind of, I guess, buffs. I'm not sure what you want to call them since the initial reveal of his kit. So now that we reviewed the changes to the Sith Marauder, here he is all maxed out. He's almost at 17k power and he has all his gear 12 pieces. So let's move on to how you would mod him. So for him, I'd probably give him an offense set or a crit damage set. And because of his unique, the Force Shell Free Me, he gives himself a bunch of potency and tenacity and crit chance. So those are actually stats that you're not really looking for when you want to mod him. So let's take a look at his overall stats that I have with him right now. So here he is under the hood, completely maxed out. He has 30k HP, 46k protection. I'm running him personally at 234 speed. I gave him a offense set here and 2 health mods. Now he doesn't need crit chance mods. He doesn't need a 2-piece crit chance set. He has pretty good crit chance actually as it is. That's 43% right there, and his unique gives him 2% crit chance for every debuff on the field, so he's going to be critting most of the time, so you definitely don't need to run a 2-piece crit chance set. Give him a crit damage triangle, so he has a little bit of crit damage there, and then I gave him an offense cross, so he has pretty high physical damage. I got him up to 3273, so pretty good stats. You can run, again, a offense set or a crit damage set for the 4-piece. So now that we took a look at the mods, let's see what he can do in the Raids and Arena. So let's take a look at him in Arena. So his kit naturally seems like he should excel under a Darth Vader lead. And the issue is, well, I'm actually not sure exactly what the issue is. I tried a bunch of different compositions with Darth Vader. This was just one of many, and I couldn't really get him to win on auto on offense very well. He's kind of like a mini Wampa, and Wampa's already great with Vader, and I was hoping that he and Wampa could, do something, but the issue is that these characters take too long to ramp up their damage. Their kits are awesome, but if they could just find a way to ramp it up a little bit quicker, they'd be meta in Arena, but as it is, it seems like he's not very good in Arena. He actually did better under an Emperor Palpatine lead, but that's because Palpatine is the strongest leader. So I didn't even end up winning this match. So let's actually move into the Palpatine match that I have here that I want to highlight. Alright, so here he is with Emperor Palpatine in the leader position. I put Wampa and Darth Vader, Sith Marauder, and Sith Trooper on this team. This is against the same exact Commander Luke squad that demolished our Darth Vader team with a bunch of different team compositions. So we were able to win this battle, so that's pretty nice. Wampa is anti-rebel. I would probably take him out for another character if you're going to face other teams, like another Palpatine team or Rey team or Night Sisters, but he works on this lineup. And Sith Marauder is kind of like a mini Wampa with a Sith tag. I don't think he's really that great in Arena. In this battle, he didn't really help win the battle. He didn't do anything remarkable. This is basically being carried by the other characters on the team. So I think we could have won this battle without him on the team. And so my initial impressions, maybe I'm being too critical, is he's not very good in Arena. Maybe he's more of a raid character or a TB character. So let's kind of look at what he does in the raids. So let's take a look at him in the tank raid. So remember the Wampanator team? So I decided to see what he could do on this team. I took out Commander Luke Skywalker and I put him in, and I had some pretty good results. I did, I think, about 77% of phase 2 with this specific team. So if you don't have a Commander Luke Skywalker, or for whatever reason you used him in phase 1 and he didn't escape or something, there's hope. You can run Sith Marauder in his place. He's better in the raids than he is in Arena, but he's still not super amazing. That's because he has different mechanics that would seem like he should do better in the raids, but you don't really get to capitalize on them so much. So for example, his special has the capability to ignore armor, but when you're facing the tank, when it's toppled like this right now, you already have 100% armor penetration. So you're not really gaining any benefit. So it's really an untoppled tank where you're getting some benefits from his special, but typically it's not too hard to topple the tank in the first place, so it's not that much of a benefit. There is enough time in the raids to stack up the dots, the damage over time debuffs, for him to start doing a lot more damage than in Arena. So he's definitely better in the raids, but he's not a super amazing raid character. He basically seems like he's a backup or a substitute to Commander Luke Skywalker or Wampa. So I'm going to fast forward here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so here is the same team in the same run. Fast forward a bit. So we're going to take a look at Sith Marauder's damage on his basic and his special on this final topple. So Sith Marauder's doing 51k on his basic, and so we're going to wait for the special. I think he's doing about almost 100k on his special. Let's see. 92k on his special. So pretty good damage towards the end of a tank run. I think they could have probably gone a little bit higher with his unique to make him a lot stronger in the raids or something, because you can never really stack this up in Arena anyways. And let's see his final damage, 1.7 million in this run. So here is Sith Marauder replacing Wampa. So we have no Wampa on the Wampanator team, so maybe it needs a new name, I'm not sure. I really like the Wampanator team name though. So here's the benefit of what I think Sith Marauder brings to the table. For the players that really like to buy the golden gear, the gear 12 gear in the TB guild event store, you don't need to get Wampa potentially to do significant amounts of damage with your Vader squad in the tank raid. Sith Marauder has enough damage that he can kind of substitute for a Wampa. You can't solo phase 2, you have to enter around 30 to 50% of the phase remaining, but you can solo phase 3 and you can solo phase 4. I didn't do it in this specific run, but then I kept playing around with it and I did solo phase 3 and then I almost soloed phase 4. I'll show you a screenshot right here real fast. So here's a screenshot from the end of the run. So it was 30 million damage for this specific run. I think I entered around 30 to 35% of phase 2. I think this team, you can enter around 40 to 50% of phase 2, so you can do a little bit more damage there. And keep in mind that I didn't completely solo phase 4. I had about 10 or 16% remaining in phase 4. So this team can, I guess, do about maybe 35 million damage. That's pretty good with no Wampa. So that's kind of where I think he brings the strength to the table. You don't need to invest your precious guild event TB store currency. You can, if you want to 7-star this character and kind of run the Wampanator team minus the Wampa, you can throw in Sith Marauder and still get some big, huge tank raid hits like this. So back to the tank raid here. So you can solo phase 3 and you know, you can do some pretty good damage with Sith Marauder. So overall I give him, you know, maybe a B or a C. He's definitely not an A character. He's probably going to be useful in territory battles. He'll be useful in territory wars. You can run him in arena, but you're probably going to have to do manual play. You can use him in the tank raid, but he's not as good as Wampa. So he's kind of a niche character, and I don't think I would recommend taking him to 7 stars. He's very cool looking, but he's just not really pushing the envelope. So that's my initial impressions of the Sith Marauder. Maybe everyone else can try something with him and do something more remarkable with him, but I think I've kind of pushed him to his limits already. Alright, so that's all she wrote, so we're going to quickly wrap up now. We covered some topics on the Sith Marauder, we covered changes to his kit, we covered how to mod him, we took a look at him in arena and the raids. Let me know in the comments below what you're going to do with this guy. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.